The 2K Sports pregame show.
Well,
shooting guard at 6'3" inches, number 31, Bruce Doyle.
Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. The Detroit Pistons preparing to defend home court in this Eastern Conference battle. And this matchup with the Hornets, it's their first game of the NBA's regular season. Last season, they couldn't get the edge in the matchup as they went 1-2 in the season series.
And they dropped the season series to these guys a year ago. Not their proudest moment.
Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. We've got Malcolm Brogdon, Rashawn Holmes out there with Nash, and it's Madsen in at the small forward.
Griffin doesn't do it as often anymore, but he is still one of the top dunkers in the league. He just rises up and finishes with a lot of power. There was a time when he was good for a poster dunk every game.
Jackson kicks to Griffin. Here's Bullock, back to Griffin. Outside Jackson. Drummond with a screen on Brogdon. Clock is at 3. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Good pick by Andre. His athleticism to get in position, the threat to roll off, reason why that play works.
And the basket by Rozier.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
A lot of laziness going on out there. Still early in the game, but that needs to get worked out.
Now here's Drummond. Griffin inside, defended by Nash. That one falls. Griffin's got his first points of the night.
I love the effort by Blake Griffin down on the block, making it look very easy.
Nash with the screen on Griffin. And Griffin sends it back. Kicks it to Bullock. Feeds it to Jackson. Dishes it to Bullock. That three off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Griffin against Nash. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Doyle. And there's another one for the Pistons.
You know, that's another good play call. They are shooting 80% to start this game.
Holmes sets a screen. Here's Rozier. To the paint. Here's Nash. Pass to Brogdon. Here's Rozier. To the middle. Holmes. Passes to Rozier. Holmes sets a screen. Tries again. Charlotte needs to get a shot up. For three, Brogdon. It's Drummond with the rebound.
Yeah, and they're just hitting 20% of their shots. It's a rough start to this game.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Now, here's Brogdon. Here's Rozier. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Rozier's got 5 now.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
Drummond sets the screen for Jackson. Griffin kicks to Bullock. The dish now to Drummond. Second shot opportunity, and he uses the glass on the layup. He has 5.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Here's Holmes. Jumper off the screen, and he comes up with the deuce.
Superb pick there that allowed his teammate to get open and get a clean look at the basket.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Stan Van Gundy had a few minutes to share. It's the first matchup of the season against this team, and he knows that they have great shot blocking. But he did say we've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack. Put the bigs in high pick-and-roll situations and shoot the jumper with confidence. They feel that's the key, Kevin.
Thank you, David. So their focus is squarely on the opponent today, in particular that defense they have to contend with.
And I just wonder if they'll try to solve the problems this defense poses by keeping the tempo quick, trying to strike early in the shot clock.
You know, I think a more patient approach would be smart. Concentrate on shot selection and ball movement rather than tempo.
Hornets trail by 4. And the Bad Boy Pistons, perhaps the greatest group this franchise has put together, and also one of the most memorable in the history of the NBA. Smitty, you played against some of those guys. What was that like?
Well, first of all, Kevin, I got a chance to grow up in Detroit, watching these guys, being around them, being able to practice. I mean, they were a total tight group. They had some great characters in Lambeer and Rodman and Sally and Dumars and Isaiah and the Microwave. But they played extremely hard, and obviously the style of play was defense, rebound, and put you on your butt.
And Detroit has possession. 7-point differential. Picked by Griffin. Over Madsen. Griffin's shot is off. The Hornets have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Rozier. That 3 off the mark.
I mean, he's struggling, hitting a low percentage of his shots this quarter.
Pass to Doyle. Outside Jackson. Knocked loose. Stolen by Brogdon. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Here's Rozier. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
And a lot to like about that play, particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition. A high percentage look.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. Smith outside. They swipe it. Here's Norton. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And after waiting, Steve, all summer, the fans here certainly seem to be exciting for opening night.
Yeah, if you're a hoop junkie, you want the season to be all year long. But obviously in the summer, you get time off. And that opening night, you're looking forward to see the new players, the new team, and day one, everybody feels they can win a championship. It's just later on in the year, reality starts to set in.
Yeah, well said. Smith kicks to Lure. The feed to Powell. Money from the wing. Powell's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, not the best look they can get, but at the end of the day, it's all about shot making.
It's stolen by Smith. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it, the fast break chance. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Here's Page. And it's blocked. Here's Lure. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
You know what? He tried to lay it in at the point of attack. Just too much defensive pressure on that play.
Here's the screen. Here's Page. A three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You can see he's frustrated with that one. Knows it's up to him to make that play.
Here's Page. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Hayes with it. Back to Ellington. Now here is Smith. And there's the pass to Kennard. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Kennard's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets.
Yeah, you need to refocus now. Momentum is running against you.
And from what I'm seeing, is too many unfavorable matchups out there on the floor.
Hornets trail by 10. Pass to Holmes. Will it go? That one doesn't drop. And Detroit the other way now. Kicks it to Smith. Got a hand on it. Passes to Holmes. Norton, guarded by Powell. Here's Norton. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. For so long, the Hornets have been one of the most disciplined teams, Greg, in the NBA.
Yeah, you look at how this team takes care of the ball, and from the first guy to the last, it says something about how much pride they take in that. Minimizing turnovers goes a long way in terms of winning games. It's been a part of the basketball culture with the Hornets for quite some time.
Now, here is Smith. Now Lure. Kennard, the pass to Powell. Down low. 13 feet away. It's rebounded by Hayes. Hornets trail by 8. Pass to Page. Expanding his range. And Jared Sullinger pulls it down. Detroit's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here's Kennard. Ellington defending. Here's Smith. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Dominate on the court, and it's showing up on the scoreboard. Let's see if they can maintain this level of intensity.
Off the mark and a bad shot there. Pistons leading by 10. Here's Powell, and it's blocked. 35 seconds left to play here in the first. The Pistons shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Took him no time at all on that one. Kennard's got 5 now.
Taking what the defense offers up, Smith with good vision there finds the open man.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Here's Kennard. Ellington defending. Lure the screen. Kennard the pass to Powell. And it's off from three-point range. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Pistons lead by 10. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a... Hornets trail by 10, setting the floor for the Hornets. We've got Rashawn Holmes. Wayne Ellington is out there with Hayes. And it's Page in at the point. To the middle. Here's Norton. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 8. Here's Smith. Lure sets the pick for Smith. He kicks it to Lure. There's the pass to Kennard. Shot clock at 6. Now here is Smith. Tight defense on him. Fast break now for Charlotte. Here's Page. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And so many great young players around the NBA right now, Steve. If you were starting a franchise, who would you look to build around?
I mean, there's some guys. I mean, Anthony Davis, Karl Anthony Towns. Joel Embiid is one of those guys I think has a chance to be a superstar. It's so many guys. Giannis Antetokounmpo for sure. And I think a guy, a name I'm going to throw out there, Devin Booker. I think one day he's going to get a chance to be a franchise player.
His dad played in the league. You're right. That's a good name to keep track of.
Excellent play call there. The defense was not prepared for the pick, and as a result, they gave up the wide open look.
Back to Nash. Off the pick. Rebound by the Pistons. Sullinger's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Powell kicks to Lure. Over Nash. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
And because of his size, that's a difficult shot to contest.
But it's not just the size, it's the natural feel for the mid-range game. Not everyone has it.
Smith outside. For the Pistons, Drummond comes in for Sullinger. And Blake Griffin subbed in for Lure. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Madsen, he's checked in for Wayne Ellington. Outside Griffin. Drummond sets the screen for Griffin. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Hornets trail by 9. Here's Hayes. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Detroit gets called for the foul. For Charlotte, they have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Now here's Jackson. Guarded closer. Outside Griffin. He feeds it to Drummond. Got a piece of it. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. There's the pick. Nash the pass to Madsen. Charlotte moving the ball around. And it's sent back by Drummond.
And you can see it in terms of protecting the rim. Drummond has the ability. He just needs to stay active on a consistent basis.
It's tipped. 3-on-3. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Bullock. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
First trip to the line for him here. And so Bullock nails both of them. Charlotte calls timeout.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
You start to wonder, in my opinion, is it better to take everything to the rack now or to try at least draw some fouls?
And where the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Pistons.
And they're among the top-ranked teams in the conference, in large part because of how well-rounded they are at the offensive end. In terms of their shot distribution, their points are coming from just about everywhere. And that's a key component for any elite offense.
And it's out of bounds, and they say last touch by Griffin. Hornets trail by 10. And there are a few players in the NBA who can match Reggie Jackson with the fearless approach he takes to the game. He'll always look to take that big shot, Steve, and goes right at bigger defenders and doesn't blink.
When you're Jackson's size, you have to have that mentality. Always looking for a way to attack a defense. Doesn't always work out, but the aggression he plays with never dies.
Griffin dishes to Jackson. Back to Griffin. Feeds to Bullock. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Bullock's got 5 points in the quarter.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen.
The shot's good from Nash.
Well, this is what every coach emphasizes. Keep your head up. Be willing to make the extra pass.
Now here's Jackson. He's guarded closely. Griffin with it. Guarded now by Nash. And Drummond is right there. And the Pistons lead by 11.
You have to block out better than that. Drummond, one of the best in the league at converting off the glass.
And it's Madsen missing.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. To the right side. Madsen craps in the tray. Madsen's got 7 points.
He has great instincts on the offensive end. He's tough to contain.
Outside Jackson. Passes it to Doyle. Drummond with a screen on Brogdon. Here's Doyle. It's deflected, and they get it back.
No stranger to getting fouled. Drummond often one of the league leaders in free throw attempts per game.
And watching Andre Drummond play, he's really just an old-school type center. I mean, he eats up space in the middle and finishes plays in close. Not a skill guy who can pull a defender away from the basket.
And he makes the first. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Hayes. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Launches a 3. If it goes, and the Piston lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Madsen. And with Drummond, he does play like towering centers of decades past.
Yeah, I mean, he isn't great at moving the ball around or hitting shots from range, but his size and athleticism are elite and one of the best rebounders in our game. And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place.
Charlotte calls timeout. And we all know Blake Griffin, Steve, is a scoring forward, but he has a very well-rounded game. Besides being an excellent ball handler, he is also one of the best passing bigs in the NBA.
I agree. He's done a nice job of improving in that area. Being able to pass out of the post, pass off the dribble, has a great sense of timing, and could put a pass exactly where he wants to.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
The tray. Rebound by the Pistons. Drummond's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pistons leading by 12. Jackson passes to Doyle. Here's Bullock. He's got 5. Dishes to Drummond. The rebound by Brogdon.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. The dish to Griffin. "11 feet away. He scores with that shot. Now he's 3 of 8.
This is where Blake has gotten so much better, punishing defenses that allow him the mid-range jumper.
An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Doyle. And the 3 off target.
And you can see why the D is willing to just back off and really take their chances with his jump shot.
Jumps up, and the dunk by Jackson.
Jackson, great anticipation on the steal, then quickly gets them out in transition.
Here's Madsen. Offensive rebound. Pass to Brogdon. To stop the run. Rebound, Detroit.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Rozier kicks to Holmes. 1:56 left now here in the second. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Blake Griffin. Coming off a terrific season. He put up about 20 points per game last season, 7 rebounds and 3 assists. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Well, and we've seen defenses try to adjust, but he has the intelligence along with the talent, just finds new ways to beat them.
So Detroit ends up going with the new group. And Detroit has possession. 1:44 left in the first half of the game. Pass to Kennard. Just 5 on the clock. Lure the screen. Shot off the screen. No good off the front iron.
He was all alone. Looks like he gets a little too relaxed. He has to maintain his focus.
Page passes to Madsen. Back to Ellington. Here's Madsen. We're covering. Madsen's shot is good.
I'll tell you, he is scorching the Nets this quarter. Maybe that'll help wake up some of his teammates.
Smith outside. Here's Sullinger. And too long on the shot.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Some nice pass in here by Charlotte. Here's Page, covered by Smith. In the corner, it's Ellington. The pass to Madsen. Here's Page, shoots a 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Page has got 5 points in the quarter.
His teammate was wide open there. Definitely the right choice to pass it out and let him take the shot.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's Sullinger with the drive.
And that's a good pass by Ish Smith. When he's in there, he does a great job of steering the drink for this offense.
Puts up a 3. Holmes, that's a screen. He doesn't usually fire from out there. 11 points in the game. They set the pick. Sullinger the screen. From deep. That's tipped, and he gets it back. And so it's Detroit enjoying a 12.
Thank you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Boy, what a crowd joining. Detroit finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They are leading by 12. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
Well, the offense is running on all cylinders. Guys are focused, executing, not.
That about wrap.
Welcome back, everyone. The lights of Motown reflecting brightly off the Detroit River. Hornets trail by 12. Andre Drummond is out there with Griffin. Then there's Jackson. Then there's Reggie Bullock. And it's Doyle in at the 2. That's the group starting the second half for Stan Van Gundy. Out to Nash. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it.
And how about the numbers on Andre Drummond? Great showing for him last season. 3rd in rebounding, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And as you said, a top 3 rebounder last season. He just seems to know how the shot's going to come off the rim, and he always hustles to get there. Lobbed up there for Drummond, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Hornets trail by 12. Holmes does a screen. It's Nash with the drive, and Nash slams it in.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket. Is it any surprise that he's been hitting everything out there? You want the ball in his hands as much as possible.
Kevin, what kind of confidence do you have to even try something like that?
It takes a lot of guts. You're right. He's got him, though. He has got him.
To pull something like that off is just insane. He really showed off his athleticism there.
Brogdon kicks to Rozier. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Madsen. He's got 14. Holmes does a screen. And it's Madsen missing. Pistons leading by 10. Here's Bullock. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. Smitty, you played a couple seasons in the Northwest where the Portland Trail Blazers are wildly successful and very, very popular. You hear rumblings about a return of the NBA to Seattle. Do you think it'll ever happen?
You know, Kevin, I hope so. There's a lot of places in the NBA, and we have some great cities. But I think Seattle, speaking for myself, was one of the favorites. They came out, they supported. Obviously, most fan bases support when they're winning. But even when Seattle was mediocre, that fan base was there. They enjoyed it. I love the Northwest. I hope it happens again. I hope NBA basketball returns to Seattle.
And stolen by Nash. Rozier the pass to Brogdon. Here's Madsen. And it's sent back by Drummond. Now Detroit moving it up. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
That's how you play the game. Draw 2 defenders, kick it out to the wide open man for a bucket.
Pistons have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And the Hornets call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And it's Rozier missing.
Still trying to shoot his way out of this funk. But if it doesn't come within the flow of the offense, the whole team suffers.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Pistons leading by 11. Outside Griffin. Drummond a screen. That one falls through. It's his sixth make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Deflects the pass. Rozier kicks to Holmes. For the three. Sinks the three-pointer. Madsen's got 19 points.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Third 3 of the game for him, first in this half.
Outside Jackson. Passes it to Doyle. Fires from the wing. The offensive rebound, and it's in there. 16 points for Drummond.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Madsen passes to Nash. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Making a dent in this deficit. He's been on point tonight.
The Pistons have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Jackson kicks to Drummond. Pass to Doyle. Trying his luck deep. And the rebound goes to Nash. Nash has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Off the inbound, Drummond knocks it loose. Now Detroit moving it up. Griffin with the ball, and he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle too.
We know how strong Griffin is, but he has the ability also to adjust his body in midair to draw the contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Finished the season last year around 80% from the stripe.
And stolen by Drummond. There's the feed to Jackson. Unloads from 9. And Andre Drummond, the bucket on the assist by Jackson. Drummond's got 18 points in the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Norton. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And so many great Pistons over the years. You think back to the bad boy era and all throughout the great history of this franchise. Smitty, you grew up in the area. Was there a Piston who modeled your game after growing up?
Yeah, there were. There were 2 guys, and Joe Dumars and Isaiah Thomas. You could see their impact both these players had on both ends of the floor. They were interchangeable. They both can handle, can shoot. And what I love is the chemistry they had between those 2, and they are good friends of mine.
Griffin with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And the dunk by Jackson.
Hard to keep up with Reggie when he gets out in space. And on top of that, an excellent finisher.
Rozier the pass to Nash. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. And a look here at the shot chart for the Hornets.
Well, you have to think that he is going to look to go to the rim a little more often going forward because the 3 ball just hasn't been there. Sometimes it seems he's not getting his feet set or rushing his shooting motion, but either way, it just ain't falling.
For the Pistons, Sellinger's checked in for Andre Drummond, and it's Kennard in for Reggie Jackson. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Ellington's checked in. They set the pick. Page passes to Nash. Shoots it up. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And Smitty, as an NBA player, you got to travel all over the country and see just about every major metro area in the nation. When you were playing and you were doing all that traveling, which city did you always look forward to playing in the most?
You know, Kevin, I thought it was Miami when I left Miami because I had the friends. And let me be honest, the weather and getting a chance to go back to the restaurants. But I think the energy and the basketball knowledge of the fans just walking around is New York City. You have great conversations with people at a deli all around the city of New York, and then playing in the Mecca. New York was my favorite place.
And they made you feel appreciated there, whether they despised you because you were good and were going to hurt the Knicks, or you were playing for New York and they could cheer you on. Am I right?
Yeah, you're totally right. The one thing they did, Kevin, like you said, playing well or not, or rooting for you or not, they always told you the truth.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
So he gets them both. Hornets trail by 17. Pass to Page. There's a good screen. Back to Nash. He dishes it to Ellington. They get a hand on it. Here's Kennard. And the layup's good off the glass. Kennard's got 9.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Page, covered by Smith. Holmes, that's a screen. Page. Off target from outside.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Griffin's shot is off. For Charlotte, they've gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Nash's shot is off. Pistons leading by 19 points. Powell for 3. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Holmes, that's a screen. To stop the run. Norton, guarded by Powell. A second chance effort, and the layup is up and in. He's got 15.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Pistons have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. And that one misses.
You know, the way he plays the game, he's always in attack. This is the one area I think he definitely has to improve on in his career. Ish Smith is knocking down free throws.
And the Pistons making a change here. Lewis checked in. 1:51 left to play in the third. Norton, guarded by Powell. Powered down as the whistle blows. A three-point play chance.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Detroit leading by 18. Smith up top. He's got 5. Lure up top. 1:29 left in the third quarter. 5 to shoot. Here's Sullinger. And he uses the glass on the layup. Sullinger's got his second bucket tonight.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
Here's Powell. Again, the Pistons score.
Yeah, and in terms of accuracy, they are dominating the second half.
I like that they're trying to maximize the value of each possession, and you know their coach likes it.
Page. And not sure what he was thinking there.
He just can't get it cranked up from beyond the arc. No threes in this half after just hitting 1 in the first.
Charlotte's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against Detroit. The Hornets have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
You know when you see a Stan Van Gundy team, you know that defense will be a key for them. He has handpicked his players here in Detroit. It's one of Van Gundy's trademarks, as well as what the Pistons franchise has been known for.
Madsen, he's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. The pass to Kennard. Lure the screen. Lets a floater go, and he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
Well, we know he's been confident with the shot. A big reason why they're ahead in this game.
23 seconds left in the third quarter. Passes it to Madsen. And it's Lure with the rebound. And here's the fast break. Powell for three. Here's Sullinger, and the rebound paying off as they pick up two on the second chance bucket right there.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
You know, there's nothing more frustrating than that. Giving up points on a possession, you won.
Andre Drummond has been on display for Detroit. He provided some serious rim protection in that quarter. Good luck getting a shot over this guy. Back right after this. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story of this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Pistons shooting has been terrific, 54% on the game. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Setting the floor for the Hornets, you've got Brogdon. Rozier's out there with Hayes, and it's Madsen in at the point guard position. That one goes in.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here's Galloway. Kicks to Ellenson. Here's Kennard. Shot clock at 6. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Kennard's got 9 points now in just the second half. It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
You know, I love the effort just to get a hand in there. He is disrupting the offensive flow.
And it's sent back by Drummond. But they get it back. Back to Brogdon. And Hayes kicks to Rozier. Charlotte moving it around. Jacks up a three. Here's Norton. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Bullock. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. You know, Smitty, as the game grows internationally, we've seen a contrast drawn between the academies, for instance, in Europe and Australia and the youth basketball organizations in this country. Do you think we're doing it the right way? Should there be change, more policing of just how things are run at a very young level?
I think more policing, Kevin. I think also coaches being better equipped to be able to be around young kids. I think also how many games these kids are playing. I think obviously you want them to have games, but when they're playing 5, 6, 7 games in a weekend, I just think that's too much.
And on the defensive side, just a failure to match up.
Well, the one thing you want to take away is anything at the rim. Just too easy.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
First free throw is good. So he gets them both. For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Jackson dishes to Drummond. Here's Norton. The shot missing. And it's Detroit the other way. Feeds it to Bullock. Got a piece of it. And they'll keep possession. And it's Drummond with the jam. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Madsen, and he lays it straight in. Madsen's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Showing the quickness right there. Just tough to keep up with it.
Jackson passes to Drummond. And that one drops for him.
The agile feet of Drummond. He's like a dancing bear out there. Nice roll off the pick.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terry Rozier. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Outside Jackson. He kicks it to Bullock. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And this is his shot. You give him that much space, you're asking for trouble.
And the problem is you're already way behind. Obviously, your closeouts are ineffective. You're in trouble.
Pass to Manson. Takes the 3. Rebound, Detroit. Griffin's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
If you're trying to keep the defense honest, that's the one you really have to make.
And Nash slams it in.
You have to credit the pinpoint pass for making that play possible.
And here's Jackson. He feeds it to Drummond. Over Nash. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. And it's now 26 points for Drummond.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
Well, and each player has their strengths and their weaknesses, Smitty. When you played, what did you feel was your greatest strength as a player? And maybe the one area that held you back a little bit.
I think basketball IQ, being able to shoot the basketball, versatility. And then I think the one thing that held me back, I wish I was more athletic. I really wish I could jump, Kevin, high like a lot of these guys, because I think that gives you an advantage if you have both the IQ, the versatility, and athleticism.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. The pass to Dort. The three-pointer is right on target.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And that one misses. On the last few seasons, the NBA has seen its share of teams that provide that villain role for the league. The Warriors, perhaps with Kevin Durant and LeBron when he was in Miami and now in Cleveland. Do you think having a villain in the NBA is a good thing for the league?
Well, I think the right type of villain. And when you start talking about Kevin Durant and LeBron James, those are right type of villains because they're getting criticized as a villain because of not of their actions on the floor or off the court, just the choices they made to switch teams. But both those guys, LeBron and Kevin Durant, so far has handled it perfectly, and that's why the league's in good hands.
It's a nice pass in here by Charlotte. Good on the triple.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Outside Jackson. Griffin kicks to Connaughton. And Smitty, this year the NBA choosing to start the season a bit earlier to cut down on the back-to-back games during the year. Do you think the NBA should spread the schedule out even more? Or are you happy the way they have at least gone about this season?
I think the NBA, Adam Silver and those guys have done a fantastic job. I love how they give the guys basically a week after All-Star game. They're starting a little bit early to cut down the back-to-backs. Either way, if you can find ways to help the recovery time is great. But I think right now, the league and the games and the scheduling, they're in good hands right now.
Griffin sets the screen for Jackson. From 10 feet out, Drummond dishes to Griffin. Banked in off the glass.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Lays it up off the glass. He's got 25.
He's been locked in all night, and he's taking good shots.
Pass to Doyle. Drummond a screen. Rebound that time collected by Madsen. And a fast break now for the Hornets. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The first one falls. So for the Pistons, John Lure, he's checked in for Griffin. Norman Powell comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Kennard in for Reggie Jackson. Detroit's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Back to Lure. Dishes to Powell. Steve, we're hearing more and more about video game competitions, the rise of esports. It's big business. Have you been following any of that?
Yes, I have. Rick, Fox, Shaq, those guys with E-League here at Turner Sports. I get a chance to watch it, bring my kids here and watch of it. I'm amazed. It's growing and growing and growing. And I love the competition of Rick Fox, Echo Fox versus Shaq's team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Lure. Reggie Bullock comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Jackson in for Kennard. Here's Madsen. And it's sent back by Drummond. Here's Norton. Tries again, and the layup is good.
His marksmanship this quarter has been unbelievable, yet they still trail in this game.
Pistons leading by 22. Outside Jackson. Drummond a screen. Jackson in the corner. Outside Griffin. To the paint. 6 on the shot clock. And Drummond throws it down.
Confident scoring effort by Drummond tonight. Feels like he has everything working to his advantage.
Here's Madsen. And no good as it rattles out.
You know, not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight.
Especially in this quarter. He's had a few shots that looked like they would fall, but things haven't gone his way.
Bullock kicks to Drummond. Over Nash. And it's Drummond missing.
Tough miss. He found some space inside the arc, but he could deliver.
Whoa! Nasty.
Yes.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Pistons.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Drummond.
He played with a lot of fire, a lot of heart, especially on the glass. He's one of those guys who acts like every rebound is his, and many of them were tonight.
It's Jackson with the drive. Stolen by Jackson. Bullock kicks to Jackson. Here's Lure. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
And they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
You know, you feel on top of the world when it happens as a player, just the relationship you have with the fans.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Norton. And it's off from three-point range. Bullock passes to Jackson. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. And it's Drummond with the jam.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
Well, this is less about winning the game now and more about making a bold statement.
Here's Madsen. Can't get it to fall.
Tremendous defense. Reggie has the quickness to